Hi everybody, this is the Plains Talkers. This is Sean,
This is Rez.
and we are about to do our second Kaladesh Draft.
So we're joining the queue now. We're the first in the draft queue, so we might have a little while to wait. But overall, how was your thoughts of our first draft?
I thought our first draft went well. I was very disappointed by the fact that we drafted two pummelers, but we only got to play a pummeler once, and that was game one of match one.
Yeah, it's really a shame when you double draft a rare, and a rare that can really do some good work, and it just never ends up coming. I really wanted to see that do more work, especially since the first time it did do work when we saw it. That quick 24-24 trample kill was really great, and probably could have done some damage down the road, but we just never drew it.
Yeah, the last game was a shame as well. We ended up flooding out game one. I don't think we drew any card other than a land. And game two, we just missed our blue lands too much. I tempted fate when I put that on the bottom. It looked like
Yeah, but you never knew. It's really difficult to tell when you're tempting fate and when you're not. The MTG gods were not kind to us last time, so we're hoping they are more kind to us this time. And it looks like our queue is up, so as soon as MTGO actually loads, we'll take a look.
All right, so we have our draft here. It looks like our rare is Midnight Oil,
Which is a crap draft pick if you haven't asked me.
Yeah, we're not going to be taking that. So the picks here look like it's going to be either Inventor's Apprentice, which you need a lot of artifacts to make good. I like the Renegade Freighter a lot. The Bruiser is okay. I wouldn't first pick it. I would pretty much only first pick the Renegade. I think the Freighter is going to be the pick here.
This is the 4/3 freighter. I like that. The other one I'm not such a big fan of because it takes too much to crew.
Yeah, the Ardar Express is a little more expensive.
Yeah.
I think we're going to take the Freighter here. It keeps us open in colors. The Propeller's okay. This pack is actually fairly weak if we're looking at a standpoint of first picks.
How important is you in your first pick to not hone in on a color, at least in Kaladesh?
I try to stay open. I mean, there's a lot of good artifacts in this set, so they're very, very prominent. So you can easily get these freighters. So we're going to just stay open with this pick here.
All right. Padim has done a lot of work for me in the past. If you can build a good artifact deck, that constant card draw, the MTGO gods can only be so mean to you if you're constantly drawing cards.
Yeah, I think Padim might be our pick here. Padim is very strong with that card draw, and your artifacts get hexproof. The Fabrication Module I do like a lot. Nishal did a lot of work for us last game. It is a very good card.
But that locks us into an energy theme.
Yeah.
I don't think we necessarily want to lock into that energy theme, especially with the pack so far. Only two of them, but not the best energy in that at all.
Yeah, so for the other cards I like in this pack, I mean, there's Fabrication Module, the Padim, the Tidy Conclusion is okay. I would take that later. It's going to probably wheel. The Hide Tide Hermit is an okay card. I probably wouldn't be taking it here either. The Dund Operative is probably one of my favorite commons in the set. Just getting a 3/2 Death Touch on turn 3 is so relevant.
I agree, but I think Padim is definitely the way
I think
to go.
Padim is the stronger power. Ooh, we get rewarded with a Glimmer of Genius. But there's also a Long Tusk Cub, which is a very good card.
I do like the Long Tusk Cub, especially because you can just pump the energy into it as much as you want. But Glimmer, with that card draw, we saw how mean card draw was to us last time. The more cards we draw, the better off we are.
Yeah, Long Tusk Cub, though, is an almost bomb uncommon.
I don't disagree. Appetite for the Unnatural, depending on artifacts. Select for Expression, I like. Propeller Pioneer, I like too, but I definitely think you're right. It's between the Glimmer and the Long Tusk Cub. Do we stay with blue and just stay with Glimmer, or do we want to branch out to a blue-green energy theme?
I'd be very willing to take the Cub here, and I mean, we're going to get card draw with the Padim.
This is true, as long as we have artifacts.
As long as we have artifacts, which I'm hoping to pick up some more. But I just think the Long Tusk Cub is so good that I don't think we can pass this. It also leaves us a little spread, I guess, but now we have some options in this pack as well. So here we have a Aether Meltdown, which I actually like a lot. I like this card a lot. It gives you energy. It can hit a vehicle or a creature, and it's at instant speed. I mean, it has flash. That's a very good card. Hunt the Weak is very good in this pack as well. There's another Select for Inspection, which I won't be taking.
I think going with the blue energy theme, the Aether Meltdown is the one to be at.
Yeah, the Dai Young is not my pick here. The Subtle Strike is okay. I like the Subtle Strike as better than the Dai Young, since that Dai Young is a sorcery speed.
But Dai Young is able to pump energy and kill very large creatures.
Yes, it is. Alright,
I like the Glass Blower's Knot. Gives us some energy, gives us some scrying.
Yeah, we have the Glass Blower's Puzzle Knot.
Or the Windrake. Flying is always good.
We have a Windrake here, which... I mean, it's a flying Grizzly Bear. That's what it is. There's the Thriving Rats, which are a good card. If we're not sure if green is open. It doesn't really look terribly much like green is open. We may be regretting that Long Tusk Cub, but I felt that was the correct pick.
It was the pick at the time. It was only our second or third card, so... Okay. So, do we want to go Puzzle Knot or Windrake, or we want to try busting the black?
We might get rewarded playing the Windrake here. I do like the Thriving Rats, though, as a pick as well. But I think we're going to try staying blue. We're just going to keep cutting that blue.
Litmus Crane for our artifact strategy could become real handy.
So far, we only have one artifact, so I don't know how much fruition that's going to be. But if we're trying to keep this Long Tusk Cub, we're going to try getting this Aether Theorist here for the 3 energy.
Okay.
That Scrying is also a very strong ability. I like the Aether Theorist. So here we have a Riparian Tiger, which is actually a very good card. I'm surprised it made it this far in green. I'm not sure if green is open, but this is starting to signal to me that it is. So I say we take this Tiger here. But we're going to start picking up some more artifacts with this Padim.
Right. So
here we have the Skygate, which is okay, or we have the Torch Gauntlet, which is... I mean, equipments are always good. Because you turn a bad creature into a relevant creature that can trade up.
And they both have 2 convert mana costs. We've already got a decent number of creatures. I think the Torch Gauntlet is the way to go.
I think the Torch Gauntlet is also the way to go. If you equip that to a Windrake, the game gets over very quick. We're starting to get a little bottom heavy. You can see we have 4 2-drops right now, which is fine. They all do something when they come in. Well, the Torch Gauntlet doesn't, but they all do something, so I'm okay taking them. So it looks like we're starting to get low on color here.
Absolutely, this is ugly. Do we take the Inventor's Goblet just because it is playable in our colors?
Well, we
Commencement Festivities could be a good fog.
Yeah, Commencement Festivities might be a sideboard card, so let's just take that here.
Throw it in the sideboard?
Yep. Alright, so now we have the Hide Tide Hermit or the Cow Prowler. So
both at the upper end of the mana curve, so...
Yeah, so either we get a vanilla 6/6, but I think we're going to take the Hermit here, because that 4 energy is going to be much better in our deck.
Agreed.
Well, we'll take the Selecting Inspection here. I like that card here. Larger Than Life is a good card, but let's just take the Catherick Reunion here.
Sure.
Let's put that in the sideboard. We're not going to play red. Although we're only 2 colors into green, 2 cards in the green, so let's just take that Sequestered Sash. We're not going to play it, but...
Okay, Sequestered Sash, put the top 5 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may put an artifact from your graveyard on top of your library. Yeah.
It's not very good. Let's take, the Camel. It's just terrible.
And then, we got non-land last pick. That was nice. And we are rewarded for going green.
Yes. Good thing we chose green. Let's take this Nissa.
Without even looking.
Yeah, slam dunk. Well, we can look what else is in the pack, too. So... things that are...
Magic is bugging and we can't see Nissa's pretty face.
Yeah, so what else is good in this pack is that Brazen Scourge is very good. It's a 3/3 haste for 3. That is very, very on curve. There's a Spontaneous Artist, which is a 3/3 haste for 4. Built to Smash is very good. I would be more than happy to play multiples in my deck. The Duns Operative is very good. And the Guide is also playable. He's a 3/2 for 3, which is okay. It's kind of on par for that mana cost, so...
But it's just so hard to say no to Nissa.
Oh yeah, we're not passing that Nissa. Especially since it's worth tickets, so we can always make our money back on it. Now, we have some choices here. I think the Scrounger might be our pick, since we are going to get rewarded for playing artifacts. The Trumpeter is a very good card if you are playing that 1/1 counter strategy, but we don't really have anything other than the Cub that gets 1/1 counters. So,
and this is the Nissa that does not give 1/1 counters.
Yeah, this Nissa does not give 1/1 counters. So we're going to take the Scrounger here. Ooh, there's another Glimmer. We could have had 2. But I'm happy with this pick of the Long Tusk Cub for that slot.
Yep.
We're going to slam the Glimmer here and
Okay.
make up for missing one earlier.
Ooh, the Charger. The 3 crew is a little bit high for my taste, though.
Yeah, but it's a 5 mana 6/6. I think we're going to take the Hunt a Week, though. We're going to need some removal, and that Hunt a Week is going to be pretty good.
I like it. Oh, another Tiger very late in the pack.
All right, so we have another Tiger here. We have a Eager Construct. We have
a Glassblower Puzzle Knot as well.
Another Glassblower. We have another Aether Theorist. If we want to start going more into this energy plan, the Theorist would not be bad. I don't think I like multiples in our deck, but I wouldn't mind multiples of the Tiger, honestly.
All right. So I think the pick is the Tiger here?
Yeah, I think we're going to pick this Tiger here. Yeah. All right, so now we have the Aradar Express.
Which, just that crew 4 is just way too high for my taste. Especially with looking how low we are on the curve. I think we've got no business picking that at all.
Yeah,
I do like a Windrake. Flying, always good. Larger than life, just the sorcery speed is what trips me up there.
I like it with the Long Tusk Cub, because Long Tusk does not get trampled normally.
This is true.
He can get big, but he has no way of getting through.
True.
So I think we're going to take the larger than life and hope that Windrake wheels.
Although green seems to be not played, do we want to let the green go and hope it wheels around?
No, we already have one Windrake. I don't think we need a whole pile of them. All right, here I think we're just going to take the Takedown as a sideboard.
Okay. Not a bad side card.
Yeah, we're not going to be taking multiple Torch Gauntlets. We're going to play the Aether Trade Winds here as a combat trick.
Especially with so many things that get energy when they enter the battlefield, you don't feel so bad returning them to your hand.
No, with the Aether Trade Winds, you can return the Hermit to your hand, or you can save something and play it again, get that energy. It's going to be pretty good in our deck.
Oh, we get to see the guide in the commencement of festivities.
Yeah, I think we're going to take the guide here. We already have one commencement. I'm not going to play more than one of them.
Sounds
anyway.
good. Oh, we get another commencement, but we've got the Torch Gauntlet.
Yeah, I think we're just going to take the commencement again.
Or do we want the extra creature?
No, let's take the extra creature here. I don't know if we'll play it, but we're still low. We're still low on creatures. Yeah, let's take this Prowess guy, actually. I've had much success with him in paper draft. We'll see if he actually pans out in online.
They can be two different beasts sometimes. And now we gotta wait for our opponents to catch up since we did a large amount of drafting. But overall, I think the deck is shaping up pretty well. I don't like it as much as our first draft, but we've got Nissa.
Yeah, and this is gonna be so good for us. Planeswalkers and draft are
Planeswalkers and draft are really, really good. We don't really have much of that artifact theme. It seems like we've only got 3 artifacts right now.
We do. We might need to start picking up some more artifacts.
But we've got a whole nother pack, and hopefully people will be kind to us. But we seem to be pretty balanced between green and blue. 11 creatures, and a lot of them have the ability to start low and get big, which is nice to see.
Yeah, one of them cycles our deck, so that Theorist is going to be very helpful for our cycling through. Alright, here I would just take the Thriving A back. I'd rather not play that. So I think if we slide that Innovator into the deck, just so we can start seeing, like, if we absolutely played all of our stuff. Just take the Fire Forger's Puzzle Knot.
Just in case we play an artifact with no intention to sack
Hey, look,
it.
the Windrake came back.
Hey, Windrake! I'm okay with the Windrake wheeling around.
Yeah, if we need, we're going to need creatures, so that's going to be useful.
Inventor's Fair. If only we were more in that whole artifact plan, that would be not too bad. Let's see what else we got.
So here we have a lot of counter spells. Or 2 of our 3 uncommons are counter spells. I do actually like the Disappearing Act. I think it's a very good card. I like this Ministry of Inquiries, because that's another alternate win condition. I've actually lost to that card.
Really? It seems like it's got to do a lot of work to make you lose to it.
Yeah, it hit 12 non-land cards out of 15.
So are we going in revenge fashion and taking the Minister, or do we want to take the Inventor's Fair and hope that we see a lot more artifacts?
I just don't think we're going to see the artifacts. I think this Inquirius is going to be better for us. It gives us 2 energy when it comes into play, which
and it gives us a good 1-drop.
Immediately eat. So,
yep, I like it.
I'm really hoping we get one of those Voyagers, the Ephemeral.
Which one's that?
The flying 2/3 flying trample that every time it deals combat damage.
Yes, it gets energy. Nice.
Right there.
There he is. That's really nice.
Yeah, we're gonna
take him.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I would either take the Malfunction or another Renegade Freighter. But we need this energy, so we're just gonna take that. He's gonna work very well with the Hunt the Weeks, and even with the Torch Gauntlet, he's gonna be very good because getting that 4 energy will be very nice for our deck. Ooh, a foil long fin whale. I think that's the pick here anyway. The Unlicensed Disintegration is a very good card. I'm surprised that's still in here. I guess nobody is black-red on our left. Or on our right. Yes, on our right. So we're going to take that.
All right, take
the foil. Longfin whale. All right, now we're starting to get a
little dry up on the green-blue front.
Yeah, there's another Windrake, which I wouldn't take. We don't have a ton of ways to make 1/1 counters. Otherwise, that Armor Craft Judge is actually very good.
How about Appetite for the Unnatural, just to do some destruction and gain some life?
Well, let's see what we have here. I think we only have 2 ways to get 1/1 counters, so I don't think the Judge is going to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
But we only have 3 artifacts.
Do we want to take the Workshop Assistant then?
No, we're not going to be playing that card. I don't think it's good enough. But
well, we got 11 seconds to decide.
I think the Pillar Bug or the Appetite. I think the Pillar Bug.
Pillar Bug?
We don't have the black to activate it, but ooh, Metalwork.
Metalwork Colossus. That could be fun. I don't understand why that wheeled all the way around, but
we can never play it. But I want it.
I want it as well.
And nothing else. Just take it. Just take it. We have nothing else in the pack. I want it.
We will somehow make it work. We'll figure it out later.
All right. So, can we check the typing on that Voyager? So he's a Vidalcan Scout. I was hoping he was an Artificer so that when he comes into play, he would get the goggles right away, equipped right away.
But he doesn't, sadly.
But he doesn't. Let's take another Torch Gauntlet here.
Okay.
I don't think we'll play 2, but just in case.
But 2 would help us get our Metalwork Colossus out.
I don't think we're going to get him out ever.
That's disappointing.
We're just taking him just to feel good. Well, let's take the Thriving Turtle.
Thriving Turtle. I think it's going to be a trademark of our drafts in Kaladesh that no matter what colors we're in, we have to have at least 1 Thriving Turtle in the deck.
I'm a big fan of Turtle.
He does do some really powerful things when you actually get him up and moving.
Yeah, 1/4 quickly turns much bigger with all the energy we're going to be creating. So
yes.
He's going to be very good for us. And he'll also help save Nissa whenever we get Nissa out.
Yes. A wall to protect Nissa would be very nice. And we're winding down the end of this draft. It's definitely shaping up. The blue-green archetype is something I've drafted before, and as long as you get the energy, it works really well.
So we have another Sky Whale here. We have a Aether Trade Winds. I think it's going to be a Sky Whale again. That Sky Whale has done so much for us.
He really has.
He was our friend last
He was
draft.
our friend, and now we've got 2 of them.
Now we're not going to see them.
It's true. That's the way it works, because we had 2 Pummelers last draft, and we never saw them either, so obviously the rule is the more you have, the less you see.
So I'm sadly thinking this Padim isn't going to work out for us.
I've got a feeling you're right, too. I don't feel so bad because we have that Nissa. That's going to take the spot in my heart for this draft, but we just don't have the artifacts to make a Padim work, and it's really a shame because Padim and Metalwork Colossus seem like a really wonderful marriage.
Yeah, let's take this Disappearing Act here instead of the second High Tide.
Yeah, with 20 creatures, we need to focus on some spells.
Yeah, we have that guy that has prowess, so he's going to be useful for that. Let's take the Glassblowers Puzzle Knot here.
Energy's always a good thing.
I guess we can take the 6/6 Cow Prowler here. Just take the other Windrake, just in case. I mean, we're not going to play 3 of them, but...
No, I'd rather have a card in color than not in color, especially in these leagues where...
Yeah, there's no point in drafting out of color in these leagues. So
No,
let's just take this Diabolic Tutor, because why not? And this Curio Vendor's at least in color. He's going to get cut, because I don't need a vanilla 2/1. This doesn't mean we have so much energy producers.
And now we pass it off to you, where you can help shape our deck.
Yes, as soon as the draft is actually completed, it looks like we're waiting on 2 people to take the land in the pack. Alright, and here we have our deck. We'll just play it as is.
No lands, no nothing. We'll win with the Metalwork Colossus.
Alright, so here's our grouping separately. As you can see, we're very creature heavy in this. Well, I mean, we're not going to play this Colossus. I would love to, but we're not going to be able to cast that in any reasonable amount of time. We're going to take these Curio Vendors out. They're not going to help us. We're going to take at least 1 Windrake out for now. We're going to maybe cut this Prowess, depending on how many of these...
Yeah, we just have so many creatures that the Prowess is not going to be able to activate very often.
So, what is this? Padim. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control the artifact with the highest converted mana cost or tied for the highest converted, draw a card.
So our highest converted mana cost
is 3.
Is 3, which I have a feeling most people are going to have something higher than that.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think we can play Padim. But I'm going to probably leave this Innovator in to draw that card. I might take this Guide out. I'm going to take the Pillar Bug out. We have no way to activate it. And since I got rid of our Artifacts Matter guy...
Right. What about the Scrounger? Will he stay in?
Oh, yeah, the Scrounger is a beater.
Okay.
I would consider... I wish we got some of the mana fixers so we could play black to return him from graveyard, but I think we're still going to play 2 black lands. And
okay.
We're going to
just
hope that we draw them. Especially we have some Scry effects. I mean, we're going to have the Glassblowers Puzzlenaut in there. We're going to have the Theorist to dig through our deck. It looks like we're going to be okay with that. So, we're sitting at 29 cards here. I think we're just going to cut this Prowler. He does win games, though. A 6/6 is very difficult to deal with in this format. I mean, there's Tidy Conclusion, but that's almost it.
Yes.
Welding Sparks can get him, too, but... What can I cut here? We're probably going to cut 1 Torch Gauntlet. I only want to play 1. What else is there? So we're looking at 11 spells and 16 creatures. I don't want to cut too many more creatures.
Do we want to go down to 1 Whale?
I think we're going to go down one of the Blade... I think we're going to go down the Blade Master.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to cut the Guide, bring back the Blade Master. I don't think this ability is as relevant.
Okay. I can see that.
Although, it's a good against a Fabricate deck, so we can always bring that in if someone's playing Fabricate.
That's the point of the sideboard.
We need to cut 2 more.
Want to go down to 1 Drake and drop the Larger Than Life?
I think the Larger Than Life can win us the game, but I think you're right. I think we might have to cut it. This Glassblower Puzzle. Yeah, let's cut this. We have a lot of top end.
Which is kind of funny, because in the beginning of the draft, we were very bottom end.
Yeah, we started with a lot of 2-drops. So I'm going to keep this Disappearing Act in. I think our spells is okay.
I think so, too.
But I think I kind of want to cut one of the Tigers. Just to lower our top end a bit. Because I don't want to cut any more from down here. I mean, it looks like we have a relatively okay curve here.
I think going down to 1 Tiger is not too bad.
Maybe cutting the Innovator. Because, I mean, all he does is enter the battlefield and draws a card. That's not going to be very great.
Yeah, especially when we got other things that we can be doing when they enter the battlefield, getting energy, making our creatures bigger.
Yeah, let's cut 1 of each, and then we'll go up to 17 lands total.
That sounds good. Add some basics.
Yeah, so this is going to suggest a very high blue, but I'm going to want to hit the green. 16, 18. So only got one black, I guess.
One black and no way to search it. That seems like your desperation.
Well, it's only for an activated ability.
Okay.
So I can justify it.
And it's an activated ability we can activate anytime it's in the graveyard, so it's not like you need to hit it on time. So,
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be our mana base here. Let's combine these curves. So this is what our curve looks like. So you can tell it's... Oh, well.
A little middle heavy.
There we go.
Very 3-drop heavy.
Well, that's what you kind of want. This like
Right.
nice bell curve here.
Nice. Alright, so that's it for the drafting portion. Stick around and join us for the actual games.